Pushed through its version of the Farm Bill in a vote of 213 to 211. The legislation is earning wide praise throughout the agricultural community. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock joins us live from Washington with the latest. Good morning once again, Sarah.
Good morning, Janet. Well, as you said, that bill did pass yesterday afternoon along party lines, and the Senate responded later last evening by filing cloture on their own bill for the Farm Bill, which means they'll enter into debate sometime early next week and hopefully get that bill across the finish line and on to a conference by the end of next week. Now, of course, looking forward to that conference. There will be many differences between those two bills, and Chairman Conaway thinks that it will need a lot of negotiation to reach a final bill.
The discussions with respect to the Senate on all those issues will mean compromise, and no one's going to get it exactly the way they wanted it. And, you can't peg one specific thing you're going to do or not do, because there's a lot of things to go into the final decision. And so whether or not we wind up with the conservation title exactly what it was, not likely, but we've got some things in there that are important to me. There's things in there that are important to Peterson, and we'll see how he engages. As soon as he gets his bill across the floor, my guess is that we'll begin the staff-to-staff looks at beginning to understand the differences between the two. I would expect that to happen immediately. It's kind of a mechanical thing.
Now, part of the complications there for Chairman Conaway are that his colleague on the House side, ranking Democrat Colin Peterson, has vowed to advocate for the Senate version of the bill and not the House bill. He was not available to talk to reporters yesterday, but he did release a statement saying, quote, "The only upside to this passage is that we're one step closer to conference, where it's my hope that cooler heads can and will prevail." He did go on to say also that he plans to work with all conferencees to reach a compromise bill that both parties can support. That kind of sentiment was echoed by many Democrats on his side of the aisle, and kind of the takeaway from the left after yesterday's vote. Now, of course, Chairman Conaway, when speaking with reporters yesterday, did go out of his way to kind of mend some fences there. We did hear after the first Farm Bill vote, after that failure, that he hadn't spoken to Colin Peterson in 5 weeks. But yesterday he made a point to say that he expects Colin Peterson to advocate for production agriculture going forward, and that he will expect Colin Peterson to be an active part of this process. Democrats kind of echoed that, saying, we are not in for the House version of this bill, but we do plan to support a conference bill moving forward. So lots of expectations there for a truce in this bill, though Chairman Conaway, did also say that there were 19 provisions in the SNAP portion of the bill that Democrats were most upset about. That did come from Democrats, so he expects clearly that there will be some kind of agreement made that will get us a bill on the president's desk by that September 30th deadline. Janet?
All right. Well, Sarah, thank you for keeping us up to date. We certainly appreciate it. Again, talking with Sarah Mock, our Washington, D.C. News Bureau chief. Now, the House will wait for the Senate to pass its bill, and lawmakers, again, could take that legislation up sometime early next week. Well, the International Dairy Foods Association president and CEO Michael Dykes says U.S. dairy products companies support nearly 3 billion jobs and have an overall economic impact of more than $628 billion. Our powerful engine for American jobs and economic stimulus will only contribute and grow under this farm bill.